Today we're going to talk about subtraction. Subtraction is the process of taking away one value from another, or it's also the inverse of addition. When performing subtraction, because it's the inverse of addition, we need to have like terms again. So remember, you can only add and subtract things that are exactly the same. The first thing we want to do is visualize subtraction in a couple different ways, just like we did with addition. We're going to start at 2, and we're taking away 4. So we're taking away 1. If we take away 1 from 2, we get positive 1. Take away 2, take away 3, take away 4. So we've taken away 4, and we ended with negative 2. Another way to do this is with our rectangles like we did before. Only now we want to take away. So it's 2, and we're taking away 4. Right now, we can only take away 2. We can't take away 4. So we need to add 2 0 pairs. The 0 pairs are like adding 0, like adding our additive inverses. But that's going to allow us to have 4 positive things to take away. So we're starting with 2 positive boxes, and we need to take away 4 positive boxes, so we need to add 2 0 pairs. So here's our 2 0 pairs, a positive 1 and a negative 1, a positive 1 and a negative 1. Now that we have it set up correctly, now we can take away 4 positive boxes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're left with negative 2 boxes. Here we're left with negative 2, here we're left with negative 2. I stress learning one of these 2 methods for visualizing subtraction so that you see what's going on when we're adding and subtracting negative numbers. That way you're not trying to memorize the different procedures. You're understanding why when we have different numbers we're subtracting and different numbers we're adding. So really looking at this also, when we do get into our procedures, this is 4 minus 2, but because the 4 we're actually taking the 4 is our negative number, and it's the bigger one, it's negative 2. Another one to visualize is negative 4 minus 3. So we're starting at negative 4 and we're subtracting 3. So negative 4 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3, and we have negative 7. Same thing here. We're starting with negative 4, so we're starting with negative 4 red boxes. And again, we need to take away 3 positive boxes. So we need to add 3 0 pairs. Now we can take away 3 positive boxes, and again we're left with negative 7 rectangles. Or they both have the same sign, they're both negative, so we add and keep the sign. Now, this one we're subtracting a negative. So we have -4, and we're subtracting -3. Remember when we added -1 in the addition module, when we added -1, we moved to the left. So if we're subtracting -1, this time we're moving to the right. Subtraction means we're taking away. We're taking away -1, so that means we're taking it. If we're taking it away, we're moving to the right instead of the left this time. So -4 minus -3 minus. So we're doing minus -1 minus -2 minus -3, and we're left with -1. Looking at this with our boxes, we have -4. And we're subtracting -3, so this time we have -3 boxes that we can take away. 1, 2, 3, and we're left with -1 rectangle. So now let's just subtract some numbers without using our number line. But to start with, we'll just kind of look at it. So we're starting at -23, and we're subtracting, so we're going to the left, -75. So these two numbers are going to get combined together, and our final answer is going to be negative because we're not crossing 0. If we wanted to cross 0, we would have to go to the right. So this time we're not crossing 0. So we're going to add our two numbers together, and the result will be negative. So it's going to be -23 and -75. When we subtract, it's the best idea to have our largest number in the top and our smaller number in the bottom. So now we can combine, and we have 8 and 9, and we have -98. The second one, we're doing 18.2, and we're subtracting -23.21. From here to 0 is 18.2, so our actual number is going to be less than 0. So our final answer is going to be negative. So now we're going to do 23.21. That's negative, and we're adding 18.2. Now that we have it set up with the larger number on top, we can actually do the subtraction, and remember our final answer is going to be negative. So now we have 1. There's nothing here, so we can have 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. 2 minus 2 is 0. Now we have 3 minus 8. We cannot do 3 minus 8. 3 is less than 8, so we have to borrow. We're going to borrow from the 10 spot, make that a 1, and make the 3 a 13. Now we have 13 minus 8, which is 5. So our final answer for this is -5.01. Just like we did before, we want our larger number on the top. So our 905 on the top and 329 on the bottom. Again, quickly thinking about this, we have 329, and we're subtracting 905. So that means from here to here, 329 is 0. So we're doing 3 minus 329, and then we're going to do about the same amount, twice the same amount again. So our answer, our final answer, is going to be approximately -600. This is a good thing to do so that you know that you're getting the correct answer. So let's try doing our work now. We have 905 minus 329, so we have to do 5 minus 9. 5 is less than 9, so we can't do that yet. We have to borrow. So let's look. We can't borrow from the 0 because there's nothing to borrow from. So we have to go all the way to our hundreds digit and borrow and make that 8. And our 0 becomes 10. Now we can borrow from the 10 and make that a 9. And this is 15. Now we can do 15 minus 9. That's 6. 9 minus 2 is 7. And 8 minus 3 is 5. And our final answer is negative. So our answer is negative 576. And our guess was about negative 600. So our answer is very close to being correct, if not correct. It is correct. You can check by adding. So we can add 329 plus 576, and we get 9 plus 6 is 15, and we can carry our 1. 7 plus 2 plus 1 is 10, so we have 0, and we carry our 10. 5 plus 3 plus 1 is 9, and we do have the correct answer. Notice, when we added, we had to carry 1 for both of these. When we subtracted, we had to borrow 1 from both of those. That's showing you that they are inverse operations. This final one for this type of problem, we have 5,213 minus 96 plus 154. Remember, we can add and subtract in any order as long as we keep our subtraction with the same number. So let's start out by adding, because we can't do it all at the same time. Let's start out by adding 5,213 and 154. Just our refresher, we have to line up our 1s, line up our 10s, line up our 100s. And we add those up. We have 3 plus 4 is 7, 1 plus 5 is 6, 2 plus 1 is 3, and 5 plus 0 is 5. So adding 5,213 plus 154 is 5,367. Now we can take 5,367 and subtract 96. Now we have 7 minus 6 is 1. 6 minus 9, we can't do that, so we have to borrow. We'll make that a 2 and make that a 16. 16 minus 9 is 7. And then we have 2 and 5. So the answer when we evaluate this 5,213 minus 96 plus 154 is 5,271. Subtracting rational expressions is the same as when we were adding rational expressions. We need a common denominator. So we have 6/7 minus 2/7. That already has a common denominator, so we get 4/7. This one we have 3/5 minus 2/3. We need our common denominator. These don't have any common factors though, so we're going to do 3/5 times 3/3 minus 2/3 times 5/5. This splits this one up into 3 extra divisions. This one splits this into 5 extra divisions. Then we have 9/15 minus 10/15, and 9 minus 10 is negative 1/15. Now we have negative 3/14 minus 2/7. 7 is a factor of 14, so we don't have to multiply this one by 7 and this one by 14. All we have to do is multiply this one by 2 over 2. So we have negative 3/14 minus 2/7 times 2 over 2. So that's negative 3/14 minus 4/14. So that's negative 7/14. And we can reduce because they both have a factor of 7. Divide numerator and denominator by 7, and we have negative 1/2. Now this problem, remember we had to divide this fraction into 3's and this fraction into x's. So we're going to have 3 over x times 3 over 3 minus 2/3 times x over x. So that's 9 over 3x minus 2x over 3x. Since the denominators are the same, we can combine the numerators. That becomes 9 minus 2x over 3x. The 9 and the 2x are not like terms, so we cannot combine them. It's just 9 minus 2x. Now we're subtracting polynomials. Again, we're going to line it up vertically so that we can combine, we can see what our like terms are. So this first one we have 4b cubed plus 7b squared plus 3b. And the second one we're subtracting all of this. So 5b cubed plus 4b squared plus 2b plus 5. Remember in our properties when we had a minus sign in front of a whole expression like this, we could change and distribute our negatives. So we're going to change that to a plus, and we're going to distribute our negative into all of the terms. So this becomes 4b cubed plus a negative 5b cubed. So that's negative 1b cubed, or just negative b cubed. 7b squared minus 4b squared would be plus 3b squared. 3b plus a negative 2b is plus b. Then we have minus 5. This next one, we have 4x cubed y plus 5x squared y squared plus 7, and then we're subtracting all of this thing. So subtracting 7x squared y squared plus 4x y squared. Remember, we put it off to the side because these aren't the same like terms. And then plus 10, but we're subtracting here, so we're going to change that to a plus and change all of our other signs to minus. And then when we subtract, we have 4x cubed y plus 0, so that's just 4x cubed y. Now we have 5x squared y squared minus 7x squared y squared, so that's minus 2x squared y squared. And now we have 7 minus 10 is minus 3. And 0 minus 4x squared y squared, xy squared, sorry, is minus 4xy squared. Same thing with radicals. Our like terms are the same thing as they were with addition. So square root of 5 and square root of 5. So we have 2 square root of 5 minus 3 square root of 5 would be minus square root of 5. And then we have square root of 7, cube root of 7 and cube root of 7. So we have minus 4 cube root of 7 plus the cube root of 7, 7 cube root of 7. So that's plus 3 cube root of 7. And that one didn't have a like term, so it just stays plus 6 square root of 2. Complex numbers, same thing again. We want to, we're subtracting this whole thing, so we're doing 2 minus 3, which would be negative 1, and 3i minus 7i would be minus 4i. Or, again, just remember to distribute your negative. Just like we did before, we're going to use like terms to subtract. We're not going to distribute. So here we have 3 of this x minus 4 minus 7 of x minus 4. So that's minus 4. 3 minus 7 is minus 4. X minus 4. Just like if we had 3x minus 7x is my negative 4x. Our x minus 4 is our like term. Now we have 2y times y minus 4 minus 3 times y minus 4. Our like term is the y minus 4. So we're going to do 2y minus 3 of this y minus 4. And our last one, we have 4 square root of 3x times y plus 3 minus 4 square root of 3x times y plus 3. These are exactly the same. So we have 4 of this thing minus 4 of this thing. Our final answer is 0. These two are additive inverses of each other. That's it for today. Talk to you tomorrow.